some more free drinks, is it, JT? Is that what's going on here?
We have found some gin and vodka. This is Reef Distillers. But before we get to that, I want to tell you about Laura's story, because you are going to fall in love with this adventure. So Laura and her husband and 3 kids for 9 years lived at Pumpkin Island. So this is the beautiful Capricorn coast. We're at Yeppoon Lagoon at the moment. The Keppel Islands, one of them is Pumpkin Island. Tell us about it.
So Pumpkin is a really tiny little island. It's only 6 hectares in size. So wherever you go, you always feel like you're surrounded by water. And it's really beautiful. The snorkeling around it is amazing. And you can book it out with like 34 maximum people. So there's never, it always feels like you've kind of got all that space to yourself.
So for 9 years, you and your husband and 3 kids lived there. And then when they had to go to school, you moved back to the mainland. What's it like moving 3 kids who have grown up on an island back to the mainland?
That was really a wild experience. They were so used to having the boundary of the ocean that once we got to the mainland, they would just run and disappear, and I would have to try and find them. They just didn't understand that they're, boundaries.
I have this image of like long blonde hair, swinging on trees like Tarzan. Is that sort of life they had?
Yeah, that's exactly it, actually.
So that turned into this idea of starting a distillery and a brewery. We'll talk about that after we have a quick look at the weather forecast. So after 9 years of living on an island, the southern Great Barrier Reef, how did the idea of starting a distillery come together?
It all actually happened during COVID. We were on the island kind of by ourselves with no guests and no income, and we sat there having sunset drinks one night looking over the mainland, and we thought we should open a distillery on the island. Yeah, so we didn't quite open it on the island, we opened it on the mainland, and a brewery as well. But it was just, it was an amazing adventure, and we just thought that we'd diversify into this new part. One of the things that we really noticed running resorts and being in hospitality is that a lot of the brands that stocked in bars and restaurants and resorts are international brands. You have Tanqueray Gin, Bombay Sapphire, and they're all really great products, but there was nothing local. And so we really wanted to change that and make the spirit that captures the essence of the Great Barrier Reef coastline, uses the native local botanicals that's grown on this coast. And so when visitors come in, they can taste a drink from this area or this region, and they can even take it home with them as a gift.
I love it. Better than taking some coral. Leave the coral alone. Take the gin instead.
Coral sea gin.
Yeah, it's a great idea. Thank you so much for sharing your story.
Pleasure.
And it also looks after the environment as well. Some of the profits go back to looking after this beautiful part of Australia. So we'll see you back here from Yeppoon Lagoon very soon. Say it.
Okay,
it just puts a smile on your face.
18
Yeppoon
times
Lagoon.
we've said it this morning, but we love it. Yeppoon Lagoon. Fantastic. Say it slow.
It looks like paradise, JT. Thank you. We'll see you soon.